This is your video tutorial for the STRINGKING tool. The setup of the STRINGKING is highly important. These are the steps you should follow when preparing the STRINGKING for use. Step 1. Turn on the counter control box by moving the on-off switch into the on position so that the LED display will now read 0. Flip the Enable-Disable switch into the Enable position. Using the eyelet molded into the sheave frame, hang the sheave in a position directly over the conduit to be measured, as well as the counter control box, which also has a molded eyelet to be hung by. For best performance, the sheave should be hanging with some play, enough to be able to swivel, as shown. Step 2. Place your POLYLINE pool line bucket so that the POLYLINE flow will not be interrupted as it travels from the bucket to the STRINGKING. Draw out enough line with enough slack to start the task of threading it through the STRINGKING tool. Step 3. Insert the POLYLINE pool line from the side you are feeding from the POLYLINE bucket up under the plastic end guide on the main frame to thread over the brass roller guide, upwards towards the sheave. Step 4. Continue running the pool line upwards under the sheave, over the top of the sheave, in one completed loop, passing the POLYLINE pool line over the brass roller guide and under the plastic end guide on opposite end of frame. This is the end that attaches to the conduit piston, also known as a rat. Make sure the POLYLINE pool line is secure around the sheave and properly threaded for safety, accuracy, and best performance. Attach the conduit piston, or rat, to your POLYLINE pool line so that it is prepared to be vacuumed into the conduit. Be sure to wear your safety gloves and hold the POLYLINE pool line feeding from the bucket side to the guide end on the sheave. Follow the method shown, holding the line between thumb and forefinger to control the line during the insertion of the conduit rat. Never let the line run free. You will notice that as you thread the pool line through the STRINGKING, the counter box will pick up the measurements of the line as it moves over the sheave. Before you begin measuring, press the Reset button on the counter control box to set the LED display back to 0. If all the points are correct on the checklist, you are ready to begin measuring with the STRINGKING. Be sure you hold the line steady as you insert the rat into the conduit vacuum. Remember, this only takes seconds for the rat to reach the other end at the vacuum. When the conduit piston, or rat, reaches the end of the conduit, flip the Enable-Disable switch to Disable. This will keep your measurement on hold as you record the measured run length of feet as shown on the LED display on the counter control box. You can cut the POLYLINE pool line when you have finished measuring to remove it from the STRINGKING. Reset the counter control box back to 0 on the LED display. Flip down the on-off switch into the off position to end your work.